Hi guys, the kids are downstairs, nice and quiet, and I promised you that I would tell you what our school schedule looks like, which is completely different than public school. Um, so I believe it is really, really important sorry, my phone just did a little weird thing. I think it's super important to have a schedule. But what I saw and what I'm seeing is that the public school system and their time frame of when children, actually humans, um, how they function, it's completely in the upside down world. So they have kids learning new things and gearing up to excited and celebrations and busy, busy, busy. And then their letdown is in the spring. And so by the end of spring, they're completely burnt out and they're just burnt out. And I also noticed health and wellness that as we're revving up, most people that I know are really sick. They catch everything, they get super sick, and they're not enjoying the holidays. So knowing that about myself, growing up through public school, government school, and looking at Sophia and her, I realized not only do we live in the upside down, but it's just not functional. And she doesn't retain as much. It's more of a fight to try to get her to learn. And it took a lot of effort. It literally felt like I was in a canoe paddling upstream. And when I talk to other moms that are in school, especially parents of teenagers, that they do not want to learn anything new. And so instead of going against that fight, I looked to nature, I looked to biology and was like, oh, that's because we're in the upside down. So when kids typically want to learn, when humans, we're part of animals, the earth, biology, if you look to the trees, seeds are planted, new beginnings, excitement into learning, and all of that happens in the spring, not in the fall. When you're at the peak celebration, you have tons of energy. That's in the summer. And then when you start to want to finish things up, tidy things up and that sort of thing, that's in the fall. Your government and public school, you're revving things up, you're getting things going, and then that letdown. It's the complete opposite. The reason why it feels like you're paddling upstream is because you are. And the kids are not learning within that flow of their natural chemistry and biology, which they're very sensitive to because they're little. Okay, that's why I do what I do. So I have a planner that I go by, and I make sure that I count out my 175 days. This part will be a little confusing. If you need some clarifying questions, please ask. And I'll let you know. I think I need to put this up on YouTube so that I can share it with you guys because of the length of the video. But write a comment or just message me. So I have just a basic planner, and the planner isn't anything more than just to organize what the kids have done that day. I'm horrible in the fall doing it, but anyway, this is what it looks like. And you can just do that however, but we started, for instance, this year, we started in March, the middle of March, and we're ending Thanksgiving week. We've taken a couple days off here and there, but that is in the state of Maine, it's 175 days. So that's how we have scheduled our 175 days. As a homeschool family, as you know, it's school all year, but that is our big chunk that for legal reasons. So what I have done for the state of Maine requirements to go within their block of time is I took September, October, and November. So those 3 months, I counted those days, and I counted it from my previous year. So when I give them the numbers, the number of days, the 175 days. So I take September of the previous year, and I take March, April, May, June, July, August of that year, and I send it in with the teacher evaluation I didn't say that right, you know what I mean, and the subsequent letter, and that's what gets turned in so that I meet the deadline. So that is how I do it. I take it 3 months previous with what I'm currently doing. So you're always like that 3 months. We also, for the state of Maine, when we do the eval and the teacher, you know, I don't know why I can't think of that. I'm sorry. It came up. I didn't prepare what I was going to say to you. But when we do the eval and the portfolio, she kind of tells me, she writes down at what grade level Sophia, my daughter's at. But we don't go by grades. So, for instance, Sophia is reading chapter books. We're doing multiplication and division. And she's into like all of these really cool science. Again, school is easy for her because we're going within the flow of her natural biology. So, yeah, and then in the wintertime, like we are learning about Thanksgiving and we're winding down, watching videos like you would in public school, like how they just basically, it's that winding down period, right? And then this winter, we still have Wild Ones Academy, so she'll be doing some things, but only on her terms. So it's what she wants to do, but it's not required for school, per se. So I hope I answered that question for you and how I divvy up that 175 days. Let me know if you need any more clarification. I'm giving you guys a great big hug, and I hope this works for you. Bye.